When you want to look at one of the better cornerbacks coming out, it is not only one of the better cornerbacks coming out, but a guy who can shut down a receiver. And let's talk about one guy who can do that. My first video of the draft, and that is number 6 pick we have. But what if we go corner? Who would I want? I would love to have a guy like Patrick Surtain. Now, Patrick Surtain is a guy that I think has a similarities to Jalen Ramsey. Very good shutdown corner, makes plays, tackles, blue chip cornerback. All these guys that we look at when you look at the Rams, when they wanted Ramsey, the Jaguars drafted Ramsey. Why? He's a blue chip cornerback. You have Marlon Humphrey in the league. So cornerbacks are hard to find when it comes to Patrick Surtain's size and ability to make plays with the receiver. The one thing I like about him is he's able to get up on a receiver and he's not scared to make a play. A lot of times in Alabama, he would get flagged for pass interference, but I don't mind those because it shows me that he's willing to do everything he can to shut down the receiver. Now, Patrick Surtain with the Eagles, would it make sense? It would. We need corners, okay? When you have a guy like Darius Slay, who's your only shutdown corner. Darius Slay, to me, is very, very, disrespected when it came to trading for him because a lot of people say he was bad, but he was one of our better prospects. Better guys that we trade. Better players that we traded for. The dude was only allowed 21 points for every average receiver. Got beat sometimes, but he always maintained his position. So we need another guy that could pair Darius Slay with. And Patrick Surtain would be one guy that I look at. Obviously, you have J.C. Horn, but Patrick Surtain to the Eagles makes a lot of sense. Big, strong, can go up and make a play, knocks the ball out of people's hands. The players' hands. Is able to cover. Can pretty much do what a cornerback is supposed to do when it comes to number 1 picks. Okay, I'm tired of these small ass cornerbacks that don't do nothing. You can get one of the best cornerbacks coming out. You do it. You know what I'm saying? We all talk about receivers, but defense wins championships. Could the Eagles go at Patrick Surtain? It wouldn't surprise me. He's a guy that I think would provide a lot to this team in defense. And, obviously you got Ja'Marr Chase, Devontae Smith, you know what I'm saying? But Patrick Surtain to the Eagles makes a lot of sense when it comes to defense. A guy that I think is going to be very good in the league. So, and the Eagles haven't had that since what? Lito Shepherd, Sheldon Brown, Troy Vincent. The last corner that we pretty much had that is closer to Patrick Surtain would probably be what? Troy Vincent. That's pretty much the last shutdown corner we had. We haven't had those many. You got Darius Slay, but he's getting up in age. Patrick Surtain is a blue chip cornerback, and I would love to have a guy like that. You know what I'm saying? When you want to talk about gifted, this dude's gifted. He goes up. He knocks the ball out of the receiver's hands. You see him make a play 24/7 in Alabama. Now, when I was watching his first highlights, I noticed that he gets up on a receiver. Okay? All these cornerbacks are sometimes scared to go up against a receiver. He's not. He's going to be physical. Okay? He fits a system. And I'm thankful that Jim Schwartz not here because he wouldn't have fit a system like Jim Schwartz. But now when you have a guy like, Jonathan Gannon, he comes from a tree where he believes in defense and believes in corners getting up on a receiver. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, the scheme's going to change. Would it make sense to go at 6 and pass up a guy like Ja'Marr Chase and go after a guy like Patrick Surtain, who we need corners? So I wouldn't be mad at that pick. Some things that he has to work on, obviously, is he gets very, very carried away when it comes to covering receiver. A lot of times he gets handsy, but pretty much he's a blue chip cornerback in my eyes. And let me know what y'all think about Patrick Surtain to the Eagles. Like I said, I think he's very, very smart, intelligent, shutdown corner. And you're going to get a guy like Jalen Ramsey if you draft him. Someone's going to think that he's a true player, and maybe the Eagles look at him and say, you know what, we go defensive first because you can get a receiver in a second. Obviously, I'm going to do videos about Kadarius Toney, a guy that I think could be one of the best, compared a lot to Tyreek Hill because I could see the speed translate to the NFL. But Patrick Surtain at number 6. Tell me what y'all think, and like and subscribe, and I'm